Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Elena, and today I have a fun topic, and we're going to talk about procrastination. Just kidding, it's not really a fun topic, but I feel like it's something that affects a lot of people in our daily lives. So we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about the science behind it, why we do it, and then we're also going to talk about how we can counteract it, how we can beat it, some tips, some exercises that you can do to counteract this behavior. And so let's get into it. And so I read an article from James Clear, and he talked about procrastination, and he talked about how Greek philosophers describe this behavior as akrasia. Now, I don't know if I'm saying this correctly. Forgive me, please. But it is a state of acting against your better judgment. And according to Merriam Webster, it is to put off intentionally or habitually. In modern translation, it is the act of delaying or postponing a task or a set of tasks. And behavioral psychologists has revealed a phenomenon called time inconsistency. It refers to the tendency of the human behavior to value immediate rewards more highly than future rewards. And now we're going to get into some story time and like a practical application. So let's get into it. So in college, okay, in college, I was having a good time, being a college student. And I had a 2 week assignment that my professor gave us. It was a sewing project. So we had to make a whatever you wanted to, okay? A t-shirt, a pair of jeans, whatever you want to make, okay? And I decided to take on an ambitious task of creating a jean jacket. Now, I was a beginning sewing student, so like I said, this was an ambitious task, okay? Because denim is not the easiest to sew. And so yeah, this was a lot for me. But I was like, I can do it. You know what I mean? I believe in myself. I can do it. You know what I mean? And this was a class that was like 4 hours once a week. And so those 4 hours, you had to really like dedicate your time correctly because it would fly by and before you know it, class is over, right? Now you could take your assignment home and maybe do a couple of little tweaks or do something at home. I did not. Like I said, it was a fun time for me. Just kidding, but it was college, you're a young adult, you don't have adult supervision. You don't have your parents telling you what to do. So you're just having a good time, right? And so I was doing that. And I waited to the last minute to kind of well, the last day I was putting on the sleeves of this shirt. Like I said, it was a jean jacket at first, but it ended up turning into a long sleeve denim shirt at the end of the day because I did not use my time correctly. And like that first day, I brainstormed, which was nice, that was good. But I was also talking and I was doing too much. But yeah, I did not utilize my time correctly that first day, did not take my assignment home and do anything. And then I came to class the next day, or not next day, but the next week. And I was struggling to get this done and turning my assignment on time. And like I said, the last day I was putting on sleeves, trying to sew on buttons, and it was not good and it did not turn out good. I ended up getting a C- on this project when I really wanted that A plus. Okay. But I ended up getting a C-, and that's okay. It was a lesson learned at the end of the day. But, I am still guilty of procrastinating to this day, you know, and we're going to talk about that a little later. We're going to dive into that a little later. But yeah, procrastination affects a lot of people in different ways. And I'm going to just talk a little bit more about the article and what I found. And they also talked about the procrastination action line, which kind of ties into the story that I talked about. And so I'm going to insert the chart right here. And it talks about, it has time, it talks about time on the graph, and it talks about the pain, like really pain, talking about the emotions leading up into the action, right? And it has like a line that goes down the center of the graph, and that's your action line. And in point A, they talk about the procrastination, which is like the guilt, the shame, the anxiety, the worry leading up to accomplishing this task, right? And then in point B, they talk about actually completing the task. Like you finally did it. You finally did it. That's like the point where the smile comes. I'm done. I did it. And so yeah, that kind of sums up the chart in a nutshell. And yeah, so apply it to your situation. See if you can learn from this chart and find ways to incorporate it into your life. And then also let's talk about something that Katie Milkman, she did a little research and she talked about temptation building, but I'm fast forwarding and jumping ahead of myself. But how to beat procrastination is what I meant to talk about. And basically just like making the reward of taking action more immediate. And you can do that, like I was just saying a second ago, by temptation bundling is what they call it. And you can do this by only doing things you love while doing things you procrastinate on. So basically some examples they gave is like, okay, you love listening to audiobooks, you love listening to podcasts, and so you may not love exercising. So that this is something that you do together. So you'll listen to those podcasts and those audiobooks while you exercise. So you're knocking out two things, you're exercising and doing something you love, right? And another example they gave is like if you're binge watching TV, you're binge watching Netflix, okay, you're so interested in the series and you want to watch it. You told your friends, I'm going to watch it, I'm going to give my opinion. And so you're doing that. But while you're doing that, you could be folding clothes. You could be doing something that you don't feel like doing. Okay, and you've been procrastinating on looking at this pile of laundry for I don't know how long, right? I'm talking to you. Just kidding. But yeah, so these are some things and ways that we can beat procrastination. And next, we're going to get into an exercise that I think will be very helpful. And I'm going to do it with you, and we're going to do this together, my friends. Let's get into it. Okay, so we're going to do an exercise today, and I think it'll be really fun. I think it'll be productive, and I think we all will learn something, right? And it's all about learning here. Like, this environment we're fostering is about learning, it's about growing, it's about inspiring someone, being productive, right? So we're going to write down three things that we've procrastinated on, and then we're going to write down three excuses right next to it, right on the other side. We're going to write like a line down the middle, and then like on one side, write down the three tasks that you procrastinated on that you just like, seriously, it doesn't have to be deep or it can be deep. You know what I mean? If you really want this, it just depends on how productive you want it to be. You know what I mean? But so we're going to write down our three tasks that we've procrastinated on, whether that's been years, weeks, months, whatever it's been for you. And then on the opposite side, we're going to write down three excuses that we've used to not get these tasks done, right? So let's get into it, my friends, and we're going to have fun with this. So I'm going to write down what I procrastinated on. So here we have a line down the middle. Okay, we have our line down the middle, and then we're going to write down three tasks, okay, and then three excuses. And I should have capitalized that, but we're not gonna make excuses, okay? So number one, I'm gonna write down is I don't exercise enough. Okay? I'm going to be brutally honest, my friends. I've fell off the wagon many times, okay? And it's been a month since the last time I exercised, and that's not good. So, but we're going to put that down as a task that I need to work on. So, I'm going to write down exercise. And then the excuse that I'm going to put on the side of it will be, hmm, let's see, tired after work, after my 9 to 5. Okay. And then two, my second my second task is, let's see, making videos on YouTube, creating content, making videos on, I'll put YT, okay? And then my excuse will be not enough ideas, okay? I feel like we all can relate to that. If you create content, not enough ideas, like, but that's an excuse, right? And then we're going to talk about these afterwards. We're just going through the motions. So, three would be, um, let's see, number three. Okay, eating more takeout during the week than I would want to. So, eating takeout more than once a week. Okay. And then I'm going to write down the excuse. And I don't feel like cooking. And honestly, I enjoy cooking, but sometimes I don't feel like doing it. So that's my excuse, friends. I'm going to be brutally honest with you. Okay. And so, excuse my writing, but this is how it looks. Okay. So that was my three. Yes, three tasks. And then these are my three excuses. So let's talk about it. So with exercise, I feel like, hey, I'm busy. I don't want to exercise after work. I could find so many other things that I'd rather do. Although I don't mind exercising, it's really a mentality. It's all in my mind. So we're going to counteract that one. And I feel like this is something that we could hold each other accountable to, right? And this might be a task of mine in the new year, or for like 30 days consistently, I'm posting a little short about me exercising, doing something productive every day, or like 4 or 5 days out of the week, and I'll post it and show it, you know? That way you guys can see that I'm taking accountability, right? So that's what we're going to do. That's my promise to you, okay? To keep ourselves accountable, or keep ourselves on track, right? Okay. And then number two was making videos on YouTube. Not enough ideas. Like, okay, you can research some ideas, you can go in the mind and your heart. Maybe it's on the other side, but go a little deep. Maybe find something that you're passionate about to talk about. Um, so yeah, that was number two, right? Something I could work on. And number three was eating takeout more than once a week. Like, I don't feel like cooking was my excuse, right? But could I possibly meal prep at the beginning of the week? Could I possibly do like some mini meal prepping where I just like prep the meat or prep my vegetables, have them cleaned or something like that? Just like do something to set myself up successfully for the rest of the week, where I'm not like, oh, let me go get takeout because it's so wonderfully delicious. Um, that's a mindset thing as well. So, um, those were my three tasks. And I feel like this was a productive exercise, a productive tutorial. Okay. But I feel like this was productive. And if you feel like this is productive as well, I want you to share a comment below. I want you to inspire someone. And hey, let's hold each other accountable. Let's do this, friends, because guess what? You are worthy of success. You are worthy of having your wildest dreams come true because you are the game changer, and not only your family, but your friend group and society. So at the end of the day, I believe you can do it. I believe you are going to be the game changer and you can do anything you want to do. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. And If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Please leave a comment for someone below and let's continue to share. And I hope that you all have a wonderful day. And until next time, I'll see you later. Take care. Bye bye. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back. I love you and you love me. And I love you and you love me. I love you. You love me. I love you. Love me. Procrastination. I know.